China's blaming the US for this whole virus thing.
What?
And we are live. Well, hello everyone. Welcome back into another daily Disney discussion. And the music kind of gave it away. Something a little bit different. Well, welcome in everybody. Hope you're all doing really, really well today. Hope everybody's having a great, great Thursday. And today, yes, we're going to talk about the ride that ultimately will give me a heart attack. And everyone else joy in watching me get this heart attack as we talk about none other than the Tower of Terror. Before we do that, though, let me just say hi to a few people. Obviously, Dean over at the Live Place, liveplace.com. Check him out. Family-friendly streams throughout the week. He is the TV guide of live streams. He's got almost 100 live streamers now. Be sure to check him out. It's a great way to find people, find streams. If you're looking for somebody new, something different, it's a great place to go. Our two partner channels, Disney Dan, Steve's World. Check those guys out. Of course, Saturday night, Disney Dan goes live with Disney Fiasco. Steve and I will follow him at 8 with Sports Night or Non-Sports Night right now with everything going on. So we'll be talking Disney. And, of course, Steve goes live on Mondays with just another Monday night. So check those guys out. And then other than that, just hit over 2,000 subs. So we're very happy with that. We're about 2,030. So we're really moving, which is great. So thank you all for that. And, of course, all of our members. The Philly crew and Andrea Houston are our latest members. But thank you to all of our members for all of your generosity and love. And thank you to everyone in the chat. Let's say hi to everybody in the chat. Here's one of our members right off the bat. Brian Eisenhart here. James Ryan, another one of our members is here. James, great to see you, buddy. James Ryan and James Garcia. James Garcia, great to see you. Ray J, all the way from Indonesia. Good to see you, Ray J. Hope you're doing well. Samantha Lowe, one of my favorite people. Samantha, good to see you, dear. Hope you're doing well. Ray J says, honestly, I do not like this ride. Well, we're good. Trust me. Another one of our members, Ron and Meredith, the Philly crew, who actually are going to be live tonight at 9 o'clock. Be sure to check them out on their channel for sure. Let's see who else we got here. Big Noah Mountain 5 is in the house. Noah, good to see you, buddy. Ray J says the Twilight Zone theming is cool, but I'm not a fan of the fall rides. Me either. And we'll talk a little bit more about that in a little bit. Let's see who else is here. G. Wilson's in the house. G. Wilson, great to see you. Orlando Mike, another one of our members, is here. Mike, good to see you, buddy. When you get a chance, Mike, we have some goodies we want to send out to you as one of our new members. So when you get a chance, send me a message. I want to be able to send that to you. I don't remember if you did or not. So if you didn't, send it to me, bud. I'd appreciate it. I think you might have, but just in case. Surya Myers is here, another one of our wonderful members. Surya, great to see you. Yeah, right. Walt's favorite ride for sure. Russ Stapleton, another one of our members, is in the house. Right, it's great to see all our members here today and everybody. You guys, the Daily Disney Discussion has been doing really, really well, and I'm so happy. And I just want to thank you all for being here with that. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Russ says, what's up, guys? Might disappear in a bit. I've got biscuits in the oven. I totally understand. Oh, there's the timer. Be right back. No problem. Sure, buddy. No problem at all. Brian says, that was one amazing video. If you haven't checked it out, Steve has it on his channel. Yeah, it's the video of me riding in Tower of Terror. Let's take a look. Breaking news, Disney to begin opening Disney Springs in phases. Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about that too before we head out today. Tower of Terror actually saved my mother's life. Wow, how about that? That's interesting. Am I a member? I don't have a logo next to my name. Or maybe I'm on the wrong account. I don't know, Mike. It could be, but I thought you were. I'll have to look at it. Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong Orlando Mike, but I'll look at it, buddy. I apologize for that. You should be. Oh, okay. I think this is the member account. Yeah, I think that's the one. Yep, that's probably it. There you go. Either way, it's good to see you. So yes, let's talk. Yeah, there's the video. Russell's got it going already. Well, Tower of Terror actually did not open with the park. The park opened in 1989. It did not open until 1994. I think it was July. I'm looking at it now. Yeah, July 22nd, 1994. So it's 25 years old. 26 now. But it didn't open with the park. Opened a few years later, and man, it's now the park icon. It used to be the Eiffel Tower. Used to be the icon, and for a while there, I really thought they were going to make it the Chinese Theater, but they didn't. They made it Tower of Terror, and it goes perfectly for it. It really is kind of the icon over there. I thought Walt was going to have a heart attack that stream. I thought I was too. You guys ever get a chance, you got to see it. It's so much fun. It really was a fun video. But let's talk a little bit about it. It's the Tower of Terror. I've done it twice in my life. I did it in 2007 with Walter, my oldest, for the first time. It was the first time he ever rode it, and it was the last time up until August. I did it the one time with him because he wanted to do it, and I wanted to at least try it and say, hey, I tried it. It scared the bejesus out of me. I was scared to death on that ride. I can do roller coasters, and I can do speed, and I can do some kind of drops, like Splash Mountain kind of drops and drops from roller coasters. I can't do a straight drop, just where you go straight down. I can't do it. So this one, to go down and then up and then down and then up and then down and then up, oh my gosh, it scared the heck out of me. But early in 2019, I had promised that if we hit 2,000 subs before we went on our trip in August last year, that I would ride it again. And sure enough, you guys, true to your word, got us over, I think it was 2,000 subs. Or 1,500 subs, that's what it was. I had to get to 1,500 subs before we got to the trip or something like that. And sure enough, you guys got me there, and true to my word, I rode it again with Steve, with Zip, with Pete McDevitt. We all rode it, and it just scared the heck out of me. No, I was watching like almost 200 times. It's so funny. Oh, it's so funny. Once the stream ban is up on my channel, I'll switch. Oh, okay, no problem, buddy. I appreciate it. One of the drops banged a tumor in her lung against her chest wall. If my mother had not gone on it, she would have never known she had third. Oh my gosh, how about that, Brian? That's crazy. Hopefully it ended up good, buddy. Kay Atwood, welcome in, Kay. Good to see you. James says, I've never been on it. I'll bingo rides. Don't normally go on. Yeah, it's not a ride I'm going to go on, for sure. I have seen the Tower of Terror movie. The one with Steve Guttenberg and, I can't think of her name. The girl that played Mary Jane Austen in the original Spider-Mans. But yeah, I have seen it. Blaine 2007. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. I'll probably be sick when I ride Tower of Terror. I felt sick when I got off of it. But I did it. It's a fun ride. I love it. The more drops, the better. See, I can't. I just can't. I can't do it. I thought Al was an odd one for not liking this ride. I have to be honest with you. It's not a ride that first off, I'm never going to get on it again unless there has to be extenuating circumstances for me to do it again. First off, I'm not ever going to put my foot in my mouth again and say, if I hit such and such milestone, I'll do it. Because knowing me, I'll reach the milestone and I'll have to do it. T. Marie Photography, another one of our generous members is here. T. Marie, welcome in. Everybody say hi to T. Marie. Good to see you. The Philly Crew says, I rode Tower of Terror in 1997 with fellow cast members. I screamed the whole time and hated it. I never wanted to ride it again. I can't. I can't do it. Every time I do it. Melissa's here. What's up, Melissa? Welcome in, dear. She's in the other one. Orlando Mike, sorry, buddy. I'm not riding that ride. Well, you'd love Mission Breakout in DCA. That's what they changed it to. No, it's still a drop. Kirsten Dunst. Thank you. That's it, Orlando Mike. Thank you, buddy. Maybe if I ever get to Disney World again, I'll just try it once. Yeah, it's. Look, let's talk about the queue first off. It's probably the most immersive and well-themed queue in all of Walt Disney World. And that's saying something. This Flight of Passage has a great queue. Kilimanjaro Safaris has a great, not Kilimanjaro Safaris. Everest has a great queue. Peter Pan has a great queue. There's a lot of great queues, but this one, it's a story. It's a story inside the queue as well, and there's other ones like that as well. I love this queue. I think it's an absolutely wonderful queue. So Ray says, years ago, there was no line, and we wrote it with the cast members about 30 times in a row. It was amazing. Wow, I couldn't even imagine. James says, the themes, the cast, and the designer masterpieces of Imagineering. Agreed 100%. Look, it's not that it's not a great ride. It's a phenomenal ride. It really is. The theming, the story it tells, the ride itself, the engineering behind it. You're right, James. This isn't just a go up and drop ride. I'll tell you a quick story. So the first time we rode it with Walter, I thought, okay, it's just a drop. We're going to go up and we're going to drop. What scared me more than anything else on it is when we went up, we went out. I was like, what in the world? I just expected to just go up and then drop. But when we went up and the doors opened and you went forward, I lost my mind. I was scared to death. I didn't know what to expect at this point. I had never seen anything like that before. I just saw the typical drop rides. It's such an engineering marvel. It really is. It's amazing. I like the movie, Mike. It's fine. I mean, it's not going to win any Academy Awards, but it's a fun little movie for sure. We went on as a family for the first time last summer. It wasn't that bad this time. It's now Ron and Ronnie's favorite ride. Madison and I wait for them in the lobby. That would be me. I'd be waiting. I would be waiting for sure. Disney Dance in the house. If this isn't a 13 to 10, it's not gonna be. It's not gonna be for Dan. Dan, it's not gonna be for me. But I'll tell you why. I'll be right in the lobby with you, Meredith. Melissa says. Acrophobia, I believe, is the name in Six Flags over Georgia. You go straight up, and about time you get up there, it's like 200 feet in the air, and say, "Wow, you're sitting on the ground. You'll lose your stomach." See, I can't do it. That's my problem. Disney Dan's in the house, everybody. Say hi to Dan. Dan's here. Great partner channel. Love Dan. He's awesome. Be sure to check him out, everybody. I'm sure most of you, if not all of you, know who Dan is. But Dan, good to see you, buddy. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Absolutely, and in my experience, the cast members do a great job as well, being camp leader. Oh, I agree, James. Part of the experience with that, and it's the same thing they do over at Haunted Mansion. It's how they get in character and they really stay in character. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty cool for sure. Yeah, your stream was hilarious, Dan. I was listening while finishing up. Yeah, Dan was on earlier with Gonzo. They were having fun. That was a good one for sure. Let's see. But the queue, fantastic. Love how you go into the lobby. Love how you go around into the one library area and they kind of tell the story. And then you go down into the boiler room, which is really, really neat. And then I remember when I rode it with Steve and Zip and those guys last time out, I had forgotten. Because, I hadn't been on since 2007. It had been 13 years. So we got in and it went up. And I thought to myself, oh, well, that's not too bad. It went up, but it didn't seem like it went up that far. I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. And they're telling the story a little bit more. And then the doors closed, and then you went up even further. And then that's when it hit me. Oh my gosh, now we're really high. And the rest of it, you guys just got to watch the stream. It is by far one of the best thrill rides. For a non-coaster, it's probably the best non-coaster thrill ride in Walt Disney World, period. Surya says, if I had to me, I would vote only want to work either here or Haunted Mansion. I'd like trying to creep out the visitor. Yeah, I agree, Surya. I agree 100%. Me too. When I get Blaze Pizza, I usually overdo the mushrooms. Oh, they're talking food. Going on rides to give me anxiety. Yeah, that would be me too. This one gives me anxiety. Joey's World's in the house. What's up, Joey's World? Good to see you. Sorry, trying to make dessert and clean up after dinner. No, I appreciate you being here. Thanks for being here. Everybody's saying hi to Joey's World. But it really is, it's a fun ride. Look, for a lot of people, this is their favorite ride, period. this is the one they want to go for. And it's great. Again, not to harp on the same subject, but the theming is fantastic. Here's the thing about this ride, though. This is a fast pass ride for me, in my opinion. Even if I liked it and wanted to go on it a lot, the lines are always long. As cool as the theming is, and as cool as the queue is, the lines are really long. And until you get inside, obviously you're outside in the heat and the elements, it can be a little bit unbearable almost. It's awesome though, but for me this would have to be a fast pass. If I'm not fast passing it, I'm probably not doing it. Now what's funny is, that being said, when I did it with Zip and Steve back in August, we didn't fast pass it. We waited in the standby line, which was terrible, because then the anxiety was getting me even more, because the whole time I'm waiting in line, the only thing we're talking about the whole time is the ride. And the anxiety and the anticipation of what's coming was just building and building and building. It was horrible. Tower Terry isn't that bad, Walt. It's a scream. It's bad for me. Let's see, Mouse Talk. We tagged you guys in a Disney dessert at home video. Oh, okay. Thank you. We'll have to look that up. Melissa and I will be doing it then if you did that. Awesome theme for sure. Thank you guys for tagging us, by the way. We'll definitely do that. That'll be definitely right up Melissa's alley, a Disney dessert. I'll look for it later today, and we'll try to get that video out right away. Thank you for tagging us and thinking of us. I have a phobia of elevators, the dark, and drops. It's the trifecta of fear for me. I mean, I just don't like heights for one. I'm afraid of heights. So it's going to be hard for me to do anything really, really high, unless it's high and then we're done really, really fast. That's why roller coasters, for the most part, I'm okay with, because even though you're going up, as soon as you get up, you're done. You're right back down. But this one goes up and down, up and down, up and down. It's like, oh my God. I think I could probably do it if it was just one drop. If we went up, over, and just dropped, and that was it, I could probably do it. But that's just me. Ray J says, when I wrote it the first time, I actually didn't know it's a fall ride. Oh my gosh, I don't know how I would do. I would probably would have lost my lunch. If they rethemed Tower of Terror to Guardians of the Galaxy in Hollywood, you might enjoy it. Brian, first off, I don't think down here they're going to retheme it. Okay, it's highly, highly popular as Tower of Terror here in Florida. The people love it as Tower of Terror. I don't think that's ever going to happen. And to be honest with you, buddy, even if they retheme it, it's still a drop. I don't think it's going to change my mind. And James says, this is a good example of a place to go at rope drop. You can get on and then scoot over to the rock and roller coaster and do them even if you have fast pass. I agree, fast pass for later. That's a great example. Like we were talking about the other day, talking about Adventureland. How, I always say we go to the left when most people either go straight or to the right. Same thing here. A lot of people will head for Galaxy's Edge, or they're going to head for Toy Story Mania, or Slinky, or one of those things. That's where everybody's heading. If you head off to the right and go up to Tower of Terror, you can ride Tower of Terror and Rock and Roller Coaster like that. You're right. Absolutely 100% agree, James. And that's a great tip, too. Let's see here. Avery, the Cuban American. Welcome in, Cuban American. Welcome in, Avery. Good to see you. Everybody say hi to Avery. Thanks for being here, everybody. 19 watching, 19 likes. If you haven't hit that like button, give us a thumbs up. We'd appreciate it. Ray J says, Melissa, I wrote it in Paris. It was all in French. Oh, jeez. But I will say this. I'm going to try to get my oldest back on this ride again to see if I can get him and his girlfriend to do it. He hasn't ridden it since 2007 when I first rode it with him. I want to see if I can get him to do it again. Now, Mason, my youngest, has done it a couple times since. If I'm not mistaken, Dan, he rode it with you. You and Sarah and Dan and Mason rode it when you were down there in August. I think, but I could be wrong. Let's see here. Avery says, all I want to say is Tokyo has the best tower. Tokyo doesn't have Twilight Zone, but it's still a great ride. I'll believe it. I'll have to look into that. Mike says, see, I can't do drop rides like Tower of Doom at Islet Gardens because my feet dangle and I can see the ground. That scares me. But being in a vehicle where I can't see takes away the fear of heights. Yeah, that makes sense. I totally get that. That makes total sense. I totally understand that. James says, it's on my rides to try list along with Rock and Roller Coaster. Oh, you're going to love both of them, James. I really think you will. Everyone is in Galaxy's Edge now. The wait time said 45 minutes. It was actually like a 20-minute wait. Yep, and that happens a lot too with rides. You see that a ton, where you'll go and the wait time will say one thing, and it's like not even close to what they say the wait time is. We did that last time, or one of the previous times we went over to Animal Kingdom. We went to Flight of Passage. We were there at Rope Drop. We went straight over there, and there was a line. Don't get me wrong, there was a line. There was plenty of people ahead of us. And said it was 65 minutes, something like that. And I looked at Melissa, and she looked at me, and I said, let's try it. Hopefully that hour will go fast. I think it was like 30 minutes. It really wasn't 60 minutes. So I agree. That's pretty cool. Avery says the main character, Mr. Hightower of Tokyo's Tower, is based off Joe Rohde. That's interesting. That's pretty awesome. Russ says he rode Tower of Terror 4 times in a row about 2 years ago. The park was empty because of a thunderstorm. It was the best day ever. Absolutely loved this ride. Totally agree with you, Russ. You'd be surprised, folks. I always tell folks, when it rains, don't leave. Most people will leave. You'll get the park to yourself a lot, or at least a lot less crowded when it rains. People tend to head out. I don't know why, but they do. If it's raining in the parks, stick it out. You'll see plenty of people heading for the exits. You head for the rides. Trust me. Brian says, with the music rocking and the projections going on, you don't pay attention to the drops. It's just a fun popcorn ride. Oh, I believe it, Brian. I don't know, buddy. Trust me. I have problems with those kind of rides. I'm an adrenaline junkie, so the scarier the better for me. So, Rhea, that's fantastic. There's so many people that love this ride, though. There's nothing wrong with it. And then when you get up to the top and they open up the window and you can look out, now that part's really cool. I really like looking out and seeing everything. That's really neat. I love that. Melissa says she's the polar opposite. Adrenaline rules. Adrenaline is cool. Don't get me wrong. I get adrenaline rushes off of like Everest, Rock and Roller Coaster, Space Mountain, those kind of things for sure. I can get my adrenaline off of those. The drop I can't do for some reason. I did it twice, so I can do it, but I just don't enjoy it. And that's the thing. A part of it for me is I don't want to do it if I'm not enjoying it. I guess that's part of it. Because when I get off, I don't feel like I had fun. I'm just scared to death. Everybody else is laughing at me, but I don't like it. Avery says, fun fact, Imagineers viewed 156 episodes of The Twilight Zone for inspiration when creating the ride. I believe that. That doesn't surprise me at all. Says that the architecture of the tower was inspired by multiple Southern California landmarks, such as the Biltmore Hotel and the Mission Inn. I believe that too. The Biltmore for sure. Thank you for those wonderful fact drops. I think they're great. I agree 100%. I love those fact drops, James. You're right. My most favorite is the sunset season greeting projection on the Tower of Terror. That's actually a lot of fun. I do agree with you, Noah, there. The projections they do for sunset seasons greetings. I can't even say it. It's pretty awesome. We saw that for the first time this year, too. That was pretty amazing. That's a great thing about Florida. The rain doesn't usually stick around all day, and that's part of it. See, a lot of people who are from different states, like when we lived in Maryland, if it was going to rain that day, it was going to rain the day. The whole day it was going to be rain. Down here in Florida, it can rain for a half an hour to an hour, and then right after that, it's sunny and blue skies the rest of the day. So it's never the same. Let's see here. Another fun fact from Avery. He says the grounds of the Hollywood Tower Hotel were inspired by the look of California's Griffith Park and Elysian Park. Very nice. How about that? Didn't know that. That's pretty neat. My favorite dark ride at Disney is Haunted Mansion because my friend Deanna is scared of the ghost host's voice. So I love doing the mansion impression around here. That's fun. I like that ride. That's my favorite. That's my favorite too. Eric Newman, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. It's a ride I never was on. The rate is 3 out of 10. Well, Eric, I would say this. Try it one time. Maybe your rating will change. You never know. Let's see. Saria says, yep, only problem I had was with Mission, the hard one. The gravity pull got me for a minute. Wasn't expecting it. Yeah, see, Saria, I won't do that either. And we'll get to Mission Space at some point for sure. Laugh out loud. Rating time. Let's see that one, Walt. Well, you'll see, Brian, in just a little bit here. I want to read some more of these comments, but we'll get to rating in a minute. We've never tried the scary version of Mission. Yeah, we're not going to do that. Especially because the ride after eating a chili dog and ice cream, you get to enjoy your food twice. That's true. Says here, how much are Disney season tickets now? We may do this as I get my channel going more and visit often. Thanks. Blaine, it just depends on what you want. It depends on what you get. We were able to get the Gold Pass, and Gold Pass Even when we weren't living in Florida, we were able to get the Gold Pass. And usually Gold Pass is only for Florida residents. And the only reason why we got it is because if you're DVC, you are allowed to get the Gold Pass as well. Other than that, you may have to get the Premier or above, and those are pretty expensive. I don't know that we'll ever do that. But if you go on the Disney website, under annual passes, it'll give you a breakdown of how much they cost. Also, when you renew, you get a little bit of a discount, which is really nice. I like that. But it's not cheap, for sure. It's definitely not cheap. Avery says Orlando might because they knew the tower would be noticeable from Epcot, so they blended it in with Morocco. Yes, they did. Absolutely. If you go over, depending upon where you're standing, if you look over at Morocco, Tower of Terror blends in very well with Morocco, and it looks just like it's part of the Morocco Pavilion. Melissa says, I don't think annual passes have decreased in cost, even with everything going on, Blaine. It varies depending upon what you're liking. Yeah, what you're looking for. Right, exactly. It does. At the moment, no, they have not talked about any kind of raising of ticket prices at the moment. They just raised them, I think, last year. Usually raising of ticket prices does come soon. Melissa's correct. It is cheaper if you're a Florida resident. Plus, if you're a Florida resident, which really nice is, too, you can pay monthly. You don't have to pay it all up front. But if you're not a Florida resident, you have to pay up front the entire thing. Right, we're talking your favorite ride. Candy Mom, Cynthia. Cynthia, I said hi to you, I think. If I didn't, good to see you, dear. Welcome in, Cynthia. Hope you're doing well. We are talking about my favorite ride, my non-favorite ride. And Cynthia, thank you again. You're a member as well. So good to see you, dear. Glad you're here. But again, it's a great ride. It really is a good ride. And yes, now it's time for ranking. So let's give out my ranking for this ride. You guys are probably going to be surprised. It gets an 8 out of 10. It's a great ride, okay? It's a really, and I want to see your ratings too, guys. Let me know. Let me know some of your memories too. Anything fun you did. Brian shared a couple, and so did Avery and Mike. If you guys have anything, let me know. This ride is really good. And if you're a thrill seeker, it is a must do more than once. The theming's great. The queue is great. The story is great. The ride is great. The re-ride ability is there. It's never the same. It's always different. There's so much positive about this. The only reason why I take 2 points off is because I'm just scared of it. I'm afraid of it. But it's a great ride. You can't say no to this ride. And that's why I don't think it'll ever go anywhere. And that's why I don't think it'll change themes either. And in Florida, you guys get those crazy news stories as local news. Yeah, I know. Let's see here. Anthony Manzano, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. James gives it a 10 all day long. A must-eat trip. See, that's the thing, for sure. Russ gives it an 11 out of 10. Brian gives it a 9 out of 10. Noah gives it an 8 out of 10. Saria gives it a 10 out of 10. And see, that's the thing. There's nothing wrong with that. That's the best part about it. Is for a lot of people, it's going to be at the top. It's just done so well. You can't say no to this, for sure. Ron says 10, I say 2. Ron and Meredith. You guys are funny. Mouse Talk, in your opinion, do you feel eventually Tower of Terror is going to be outdated because Twilight Zone is not a show that's popular right now? No. I don't think that necessarily matters. Twilight Zone doesn't necessarily have to be popular. It's known. And I don't know. I don't think so, Anthony. Maybe one day. I don't think it will be, personally. Twilight Zone is the Twilight Zone. I wasn't even alive for the Twilight Zone, most of it, I don't think. But I know what it is, and I know of it. But no, I don't think so. G. Wilson gives it a 7. Mike gives it a 100 out of 10. That's funny. He loves it. But it's a great ride. It really is. It's just not a ride for me. But it's definitely, if someone were to ask me, do you recommend Tower of Terror? I'm going to say yes every single time. I absolutely would. I would definitely do that. All right, so here we go. We're coming up on 6:30, and I don't want to hold you guys. Let's get a good one out of here. All right, right here. This is the one. I'll hold it up. All right. A little bit different, a little bit more tame. But we're going over to Epcot, and we're going to talk about the American Adventure tomorrow. Now, we have done this. Only done it once, so I'm going to need everybody's help tomorrow. But tomorrow we're going to talk the American Adventure over at Epcot in the American Pavilion. So that one's going to be fun. I'll do my homework a little bit on that and see exactly some more information. That actually is... Well, we'll talk about it tomorrow, but that's a good show. That's one that if you're an American and you want to feel patriotic, you got to do that one for sure. But I think that's it, guys. I really appreciate everybody being here. We got 21 in here again. You guys are so great. I definitely appreciate all of you being here. Yeah, we're heading over to Epcot. Can you believe that, Noah? It's going to be fantastic. But it's going to be great. I think we're going to have a lot of fun with it tomorrow. Let's see what else I want to see here real fast. But again, later on tonight, Ron and Meredith, the Philly crew, check them out. Also at 8 o'clock tonight, I almost forgot. I can't believe I almost forgot. I'm so sorry. Head over to the Gonzo Adventures. If one of my mods could put his link in the chat. Melissa and I are going to be on there tonight at 8. We're going to be his guest. We're going to be talking DVC. We're going to talk about, is it worth it? Is it not worth it? We're going to kind of get in depth on DVC. Kelly at the Mickey Bunch will be there. She actually works for DVC. So it's going to be fun tonight. Be sure to check him out. Tell him you're here from Mouse Talk sent you. We're going to have a lot of fun tonight with that. So if one of my mods could throw Gonzo's link in the chat, I'd appreciate it. It's going to be awesome fun. We're going to have a lot of information for you guys. So if you're thinking about DVC, yes, no, maybe, come watch us tonight. We'll be able to give you some inside information on that. That's at 8 o'clock tonight. Joey's World, good to see you. Glad when we can make it. I'm glad when you can make it too. But guys, thank you again. Tomorrow, 6 o'clock, right here for the Daily Disney Discussion. Again, we're talking American Adventure tomorrow. That's going to be a lot of fun. Until then, again, we appreciate your generosity. We appreciate your loyalty. We love you guys. We thank you for being here. And we'll talk to you soon. Hopefully we'll see you at 8 tonight. And until then, take care of yourselves and each other. And we'll talk to you soon. Bye, everybody.